All right, that's my best advice. So let's move on. Okay, wrapping up Quizlet. We are going to move on. We're going to talk briefly about the imperfect. So if you want to grab your notes, you can grab your notes. If you just want to look on with me for a minute, that's fine. We're going to do a quick review, and then we're going to add in some irregulars. And then, like I said, I promise I will give you about 15 or 20 minutes to do some work. I'll tell you a variety of things that you can be working on. So I need your focus. So if you get your camera on for me, get your camera on. Most of you have it on anyway, but if you don't, please grab it. And we're going to do a quick review of what we know, and then we're going to add in our irregulars, and then that's it. Then we're just going to practice with everything, and we're going to use it. We're going to eventually do a little presentation. We're going to do a little project. We're going to, I don't know, just kind of use all this imperfect stuff, because it really is kind of easy to use to talk about your childhood and what things used to be like. So let's start out with the basics. You're looking at your notes, and I suggested that you remember this term waters. And so you can look at it real quick. So you're thinking, okay, weather, age, time, emotions, repeated actions, and setting. So those are the reasons that we use the imperfect. So I would like you to take 30 seconds if I stop sharing to see. I think just oh yeah, I'll just go with this actually. To see if you can tell yourself, because I don't know, I'm not going to put you in a breakout room for this, what water stands for. So see if you can go through it in your head, see how many of those 6 reasons you know right now. So take 30 seconds. Do you know what the W is for? Say it in your head if you do. What the A is for, the T is for, what the E is for, R, the S. So ultimately, I need you to know those. Do you know them yet? I got a few nods in here. So how many people knew all of them? You feel like you know all of them? How many people know at least half the reasons? You got about half of waters under control? Okay. I'd say half is fine. We've only been working on this, for 2 or 3 days. But that's where you want to get, okay? By next week, by quiz time, which will be, I don't know, probably mid next week, you want to make sure that you know why to use the imperfect. You know that it is a form of the what tense? Past tense. And then we're starting to work on our endings. So let's go ahead and jump down to our endings here and look at those together for a second. So first of all, hold up your fingers. How many AR verbs have accents? How many AR endings have accents? Be holding up the one, right? Which form? Nosotros. Just that vamos is the only one that has the accent. All right, now this, if you go down to ER and IR, let's not include vosotros because I won't quiz you over that. So show me on your hands how many accents are there in ER and IR? Right, they're 5. So everything has an accent, basically, okay? So that's the first thing I want you to remember. Like I said, you know Canvas is picky, you know your textbook is picky, so let's just, I mean, I always tell people I want them to know them anyway, but you're not usually turning everything in online, but now that you are, you might as well make sure you're good. All right, so let's think about what these sound like, all right? So it's a new sound for most of you. You guys did a good job yesterday when we were practicing, like towards the end, I felt like you were getting them, but they're a little tricky at first. So let's just say them. I'm gonna have you repeat them. I'm gonna pick a verb. Let's go with bailar, all right? So I'm gonna say dance. I used to dance. All right, so go over them with me. I want you to repeat them. If you're at home, again, please do it. If there's nobody there, just do it normally. If there's somebody there and you feel awkward, then just whisper it under your breath. But make sure you're hearing the sounds of these. All right, so repeat that. Bailaba. Okay, come on, girls, ready? I know there's only 3 of you. Bailaba. Okay, good. Bailabas. Bailaba. Bailabamos. Bailaban. Okay, so in your head, you're kind of quizzing yourself. Can you go aba, abas, aba, abamos, aban? You do it. Okay, that's where we want to get. All right, let's check out our ER and IR. Let's do the verb, I don't know, beber. Okay, I used to drink. So repitan, bebía, bebías, bebía, bebíamos, Bebian. There it is. All right. So again, in your head, can you do it? Ia, ias, ia, iamos, ian. You do it. As far as tenses go, this one's pretty easy. All right. So I feel like it's way easier than the others that you've done so far. All right. So then yesterday I mentioned all these words that usually go with the imperfect. So today we're going to look at our 3 irregulars. The good news is, how many did I say? How many irregulars? 3. This is not bad. Okay. Not bad at all. So here's what I'm going to suggest. I want you to learn the yo form. Okay. I highlighted the yo form because look at the yo form. Let's look at ear. If you learn that the yo form is iba, the rest kind of follow if you know the pattern, right? Because ibas, just add the S. We always add the S in the 2 form, right? That's what we did up here. That's what we did up there. Okay, then we add the mos, right? Oh, look, that's what we did up there. That's what we always do. And then we add the on, and the yo form and the L form are the same. So again, let's learn our yo forms, and then the rest are easy. So we've got the verb ear, very common. I used to go. It's always irregular. Think about it. The present tense was yo voy. The preterite tense was yo fui. So of course the imperfect is going to be irregular as well. So repitan, yo iba. Okay, so it's iba. One more time, iba. Iba. All right, say it yourself. Say it out loud. Iba. 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 All right, I used to go. All right, I'll go through all of them for you. So repitan, iba. Ibas. Iba. All right, this one's interesting. Listen to it. Iamos. Ibais. Iban. All right, what one has the accent? Nosotros. Okay, so right there. Make sure you note the accent over the I. All right, nosotros forms, look, always have an accent. Look, accent, accent, accent. Let's look ahead. Oh, accent and accent. So can we say nosotros forms always have an accent? Yes, we can. Okay, every single nosotros form will have an accent. Get that in your head. All right, so we've got used to go. Now let's go used to be. Use this all the time too. Say it's always irregular. Think about it. Present tense, yo soy. Preterite, yo fui. So here we are, era. That's a weird one. Okay, but again, once you learn era, the rest kind of flow. Look, eras, era, éramos, erais, eran. Same pattern. So again, I don't want you memorizing 5, 10, 15 words here. I want you memorizing 3. I want you to know iba. I want you to know era. Repitan, era. Era, era. And then let's go down here to used to see. There is almost not irregular. Look. So it's an ER verb. Look at your endings. Ia, ias, ia, iamos, iais, ian. Are those normal endings? So what's irregular about this? Almost nothing. Look, technically, if you drop the ER, your stem is just V. But they added in a letter. So your stem is actually VE. So because it has that E in there, it's actually technically irregular, but barely. Okay, all accents, just like a normal ER and IR verb. So let's see if we know how to say this one. Repitan, veía. Veía. Okay, try that online. Veía. All right, and I'll say the rest of it for you. Veías, veía, veíamos, veíais, veían. So there we are. I want you to learn 3 new words. Iba. Say it to yourself. Iba. Era. And veía. You learn those 3, then you're basically good. All right, I'm going to mention one last word that I want you to just kind of recognize. So technically there were 3 irregulars. This one word does exist, okay? And it comes from the word I, not like my eye, like H-A-Y. So in English, what does the word I mean? Well, let me give you an example. Hay 3 personas en la clase. What am I saying? Well, what? Oh, wrong word. It looks like hey. Oh, that's hoy, today, close. So I, 3 personas en la clase. What am I saying, girls? Hay 3 chicas en la clase. What do you think? Yeah, there are. So this word means there is or there are. So in the past tense, sometimes you need that. It doesn't conjugate. You don't say I there is, you there is, he there is. You just say there is. So, or you can say in the imperfect, there used to be. So that word is había. So that's kind of a one-off. You don't conjugate it in the other forms. It's just if you want to say there used to be había. All right, and that is literally everything. I just wanted to get it all out there, and then we can just practice with it. And hopefully we're starting to feel okay about this. How many people feel like you kind of know your endings? Kind of know when to use it, kind of know your waters, and now you got 3 more to add in. And then we're just gonna, like I said, use it all together. All right, so that's really what I wanted to go over grammar-wise today. All right, and as promised, I'm gonna give you the last 15 minutes to work. So let me tell you what I want you working on, okay? There are 2 past things that I wanna make sure you have done, and then 1 current crossword. All right, so if you wanna look at your current lesson, you will see, I think we've all done one of these now, and we probably should be pretty good on how to do it, but I'll remind you here. So the homework for today is this crossword. It's all vocab based, so I put the links for your vocab list, and you can complete it online. You can also write on it with your stylus pen if you like, and then screenshot it. However you want to do it. If I gave you a hard copy, you can just write it and take a picture of it. You're going to turn it in right there, okay? So that would be the new assignment. If you did not do your exit ticket from yesterday, I'm about to put that in my grade book. So I noticed a few of you hadn't done it yet. So I'm giving you time right now. So you're going to go back to assignments from yesterday. If you didn't do that, go to the 27th. All right. Number 3 was an exit ticket on the imperfect. Please take care of that right now. I will put in grades after this class. So you got 1 more chance to do that. And then finally, what I have not looked at yet also is your textbook assignment. So if you never finished your textbook assignment from earlier in the week on the imperfect, do it. But obviously, I want you to learn all this. The more practice you get, the quicker you're going to learn it, and you're going to get points for it along the way. All right? So those are kind of my 3 things to work on. Crossword, exit ticket from yesterday, and textbook assignment on imperfect from earlier in the week. All good? Questions? All right, so let me just tell you, because I know it's Zoom, friends, it's hard to keep track of things. So period 4 starts at 9:32. Okay, I sent you a message about that, but just I know it's hard to keep track of what's going on when you're at home. So I'm happy to say hasta luego to my Zoom friends. Unless you have a question, stay on. Otherwise, hasta mañana. And let me know if you have any questions. See you, Charles.